It's doing better than the initial minutes, I think.
Yeah, I think now that we're in the semi-7, the game has got a little bit more balanced. I mean, obviously that is, just in player number, but I think the pace is also a little more settled in. I think both teams are probably going to really look to get into their main game plans here. I think there was a bit of confusion as, here goes Jono Le Pen trying to fly the strike up high enough to get Hauja, but hitting that flight ceiling, unfortunately. So let's see, Squall now getting the Diamond Forward flag out with quite a bit of speed here. About 170, I think he got a little bit of bump, so he's probably about 200 coming out of that. He's got a nice little route. Sniper's going to have about 3 more shots on him before he makes it there. See, the strike is now wheeled around and is in position to help support him from Mouse. Mouse really the only one with a shot to get this thing before Squall. Oh, he's going to get in and get off sand. No, he's not. Nice midair there by Cabal. As Alexis and Fire is now out with a regrab. Got plenty of speed, 210 through the side route, Pathfinder. Looks like he is going to be relatively successful in getting this thing across the midfield. Mikhail coming out to escort him. But no, a nice run over there by Le Pen. Oh no, are we going to get a pick up out of the field? No, we're not. Nice play there by Cabal getting that return for his team as the Mighty Disc flag goes bouncing out into the midfield.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's interesting that since the patch we've seen a real resurgence of light capping again. I'm not entirely sure why, but it just seems that the cappers really love to play it, so the moment they get the opportunity to just try and bring it back into the game, they do. And it's really bringing sniping back into the game in a big way as well, I think.
Yeah, that's right. We aren't seeing those, 7 Ranger, 1 Scrambler loadouts anymore. We are starting to see lights be a little bit... I mean, obviously we got the... Oh, here we go. Now Squall's now switched... he does have a disc, I'm sorry. So that was a... Oh, what a block by Hauja. Anyone catch that in the midfield? He jumped up and caught Squall in the midfield with a really, really nice body block to keep that thing there. That's pretty pro. I must say. Look at Squall in the chat. No idea what happened. I wonder if he had super heavy on and maybe even did something with that.
I think Hauja quitting himself very well here as the super sub for the Mighty Disc team. He's pulled off a lot of nice moves so far.
So the French have their flag in a pretty nice position here, down in the palm trees. The Mighty Disc flag is on the stand. Quite a few deployables there though. I see mines. Everything is down though, but whoa, shooting off a rocket actually. That you don't see those very often in competitive play. But actually gets sniped out of the air there really quickly. So some nice play by Mr. Cereals. I think that was, no, I'm sorry, that was Drayless. Certainly Drayless.
Another info grab from Squall, but gets sniped there.
Sniped down. I don't see anybody in the field coming for the return. Cabal trying to make his way there, but he's definitely not going to beat out Lumberjack, who gets a nice return. Taking a look around the field, I don't see a lot of cappers here. Looks like Tatjarn is here once again with this stealth kit coming in, an infiltrator setting up a nice route. Squall, they're actually going to pass each other here. 2 infiltrators passing each other on the edge of the map. Sounds like a nice poem. Tatjarn coming in now. Okay, here he is. He's popped on his invisibility, flying through, and he's got it, but a nice little block by Drayless there in that sniper roll, tearing him up with the Falcon pistol. This thing's going to go down in midfield. He looked to punt it there, but was unable to do so, and now the French have their flag secured. Taking a look on the other side, looks like there is no threat of offense coming from the French over to the Mighty Disc side, so we are in a bit of a lull in the action. Although I do see Alexis's Fire out with very low health and immediately goes down there. Hauja out in his strike now as Lumberjack has gotten... Oh no, I'm sorry, that's General Le Pen. So Hauja crashing the strike and trying to pick up the flag out of the field, unable to do so.
They've cleared the half actually on the Mighty Disc team, but I didn't actually see Squall coming in there. It seems like they've decided to deal with infiltrator capping by running a half with lots of mines and the tech supporting him with motion sensors. Which
certainly should work. I mean, as you saw in the 4chan Reddit match, I mean, not that those guys were super high skilled or practiced, but a high deployable count play coming out from 4chan proved to be very effective in the later games, as it was able to stop that infiltrator and light capping that was their bane in the first couple games. So not surprising to see that coming out, and I expect to see more and more of it as the Doombringer really comes into its own as a really strong defensive role. Oh, Alexis Fire with unfortunately running into that big satellite dish there on the outside of the map. Coming through, he's got about half health. I see HZ and Hauja both, or I'm sorry, HZ and Cereals with an angle. Strike's going down.
And he was making a sort of ninja grab there in stealth actually, right underneath Mouse GMR's nose because he was in infiltrator and just grabbed it and walked off the stand. Scal picking it up from his strike as well. Nice play by him there. So he's going to get home, I think.
Are we going to see a cap come out? No, we did not get the return. Alexis Fire able to pick that up out of the field, but it's down again. John Le Pen trying to get in. No, Sidan able to get a nice pickup. Cereals now trying to put some damage on a Sidan. He goes down. General Le Pen, the only one left. Will he be able to... no, he goes for the mid-air. Trying to get side end down. Not a lot of damage on him. Cabal's now in there as well. Both have side end down relatively low. Side end going to be able to stay alive. Cabal probably going to get gunned down here by Hauja. No, using that jump back. Maybe he's going to intercept the pass. No, just misses it. Strike now coming in for support as well for the Mighty Disc. It looks like they are going to be able to stabilize this in the field. And there they go. They have it. And so we are in our, I believe this is the second standoff of the match. Looks like on the French side, they're going to be electing to hold this flag on top of the base. And on the Mighty Disc side, Mikhail will be holding this flag on the, not the normal spawn hill we see, but on the back spawn hill to the left of his base if you're looking forward with, looks like Sidan and the Striker in Mr. Lumberjack are going to be the ones to support, although we do have a nice coordinated push coming in here from the French. I see the Strike in as well as 2 players, and Eels coming to make a third, so 4 players now on offense, which means they only have 3 defense, of course, as we are playing 7s. They've got a lot of damage here into Mikhail. I see the friendly Strike coming out now for the French and the Mighty Disc right there. Are we going to see a return? Eels coming in. He is going to be able to get it, taking a look back at the other flag stand now. We've got HZ trying to make his way up to the stand. I don't see anyone coming in to crash, so he may actually have a pretty easy cap here. Tactic Jarn and Alexis Fire trying to make their way through the midfield, but I do believe this is going to be it. And there it is. There is the 4th cap now coming up for the French.
We have an 8th player for the Mighty Disc as well now. Yugaruto. I don't know if he's meant to be here.
So are we good? Do we have an 8th player? Indeed we do. So are the French gonna join an 8th as well?
Unknown whether he's actually supposed to be in the game just yet though, so we'll find out what happens with him. Yug with MD.
Yug?
Or maybe that's UG. I'm not sure. No comment just yet from them.
Seems he's playing Pathfinder.
Just trying to figure out what's going on here. I'll take a
good
look.
old ski around. He stopped now, so I imagine we're getting some typing coming from him soon. No! Okay, cool. So he's a bit of a gate crasher actually. He apologises for his transgression, and I think he'll be leaving very soon.
That's
So
quite
we're
all right.
7v7.
Hey, at least he didn't. At least he reads the chat, unlike some players.
Well, it's difficult in the European community if English is not your first language.
Yeah, yes, of course. No problem. No problems, indeed. So, all right, so let's take a look back at the action here. I see Cabal and Squall both setting up on their offensive routes again. The MD flag is down in the field, as is the French flag. Cyril's there and HZ there. Although we do see Tatjan maybe with a pickup out of the field. Indeed, he is able to get it. He's got quite a bit of speed, too. That was a nice pickup unless he bled some off there. No, still got about 200. 705 health, so he'll be able to take he'll be able to take only 1 sniper shot. And there it is. So he another full charge shot is going to kill him. Oh, but the Strike takes care of that. No problem. Does John Lepan as Alexis Fire maybe able to get a pickup out of the field here unless the Strike's able to get him off.
How's just going to go for it as well, actually?
No, Alexis able to pick it up. HZ trying to do some gunning. Is going to be able to gun down Alexis' Fire here, I reckon. Nope. Strike once again taking him out. Hauja maybe now with the pickup out of the field as he is able to take out as Alexis goes down. No, Hauja down as well, but Tatjan maybe back now. The 3rd person now to touch his flag for the MDs. And now Lumberjack maybe should have looked to crash his Strike into Lepan's Strike there and get it out of the field because it is a big problem for them.
I think a bit of safe wall action might have been good for Tatyak down there.
I think that counts for the whole team.
Yeah, I think Jana Lapin is definitely a very strong asset for the French team in terms of his effect on the game. So he's got 29 kills at the moment versus, well, that's a clear 6 ahead of anyone else in the game. So that Strike doing work, basically.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I'm surprised that I really would think that it would just make the most sense for him to just take this thing and Strike grab and end the map real quick. Because everything get it out, there's no stopping it, you know? And he's got the Strike, and it's being very effective for them. Hauja now maybe has got the flag, but is immediately taken out by John Lepan in that with a really nice little play by the Strike there. He's really got this thing under control well. I guess the new multiple sensitivity settings have greatly increased his ability to strike because he has always been a strong striker, but he looks uncharacteristically good today.
Tap making another clean infield grab, but it's getting chained down by HZ.
Yes, and on the other side we have Tajiktarn out now, 123 health. He is going to go down in the field here. Will there be able to be a pickup as the Strike? Yeah, was able to take him out. Cyril's, Hauja, Mikhail, Alexis Fire, all crashing it. No one has picked it up yet. Cabal trying to get it as well. Cyril's Cabal, the only one's in. Strike doing some good damage here. Hauja, Mikhail,
Cyril's might get this.
Cyril's got it. Nice play. And there is the return indeed. as Eels now has the MD flag out, just under 200 health. He's got no speed. He'll be going down here shortly. Ooh, no, nice splatter there. Is that Skull in it? Yes, no, Squall's in a strike, so maybe he will be in these. Yes, and he's still running that infiltrator, so I would expect to see a cap here.
Oh, he went for it. Oh, the strike managed to knock the flag out of his.
Oh, yes, he was probably trying to pick it up out of the field. Would have been really, really pretty had he been able to do so, but unfortunately unable. So now we take a look back around the map here. I see Mr. Hauser coming in, trying to do a little LOing here on the stand for the MD team, as the French are maintaining pretty nice, solid defense. Tactic Tarn coming in now. He has switched over to Raider, so maybe he is going to be electing to clear instead of Cap. Although I do not see another Capper coming in unless they maybe... Actually, I do believe they have rotated Hauser now over to their Capper. Because he is running that Pathfinder, though he did just miss an Impact Nitro on himself, which is unfortunate. But he is setting up a big route. Looks like...
Looks like Tactic Tarn's planning to come in from behind, but he gets swooped up by Yano there, so there's not going to be any clear for Hauser, I think.
In the meantime, Squall got tricked by a motion sensor.
As well.
Squall got it hard from the motion sensor?
Yeah, very nicely placed motion sensors by Team MD.
And you know, it's interesting to note again how important the generator is going to become as we continue moving forward with the game. Because just looking over here at the MD stand, I mean, you got all these deployables and mines, and you do see the generator going down right there. But you know, that's just a player that has to be out of the action for a little bit. And so on the backside now, I see Squall coming in. Invisible. He's got a nice chance of getting us. No, is blocked rather well there by the enemy defense, as they had a nice stack on the back, using those scrambler packs to reveal him.
I'm not sure you didn't have to strike enough, you know. We just saw Yano Lapin taking out 3 defenders with the blasters on 2 passes there. No problem.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised we saw... oh, no, I guess they did. They dropped Dr. Loser. That's why we don't see the HL anymore.
Yeah.
That is what was it. Tony John going for front to back, unable to get it. Side-end now coming in also on the... Nope, also misses the flag on the front to back. So, still no pressure from the French, really. Looking pretty solid. Let's see. You know, there is... Oh, just under 2 minutes now remaining in this match. It's 4-1 in favor of the French. So I guess maybe the French have adopted a bit more of a defensive role, though I still only see 3 on defense. They still are running a 4th offensive man, so... who knows exactly what they're thinking here, but I now see Skull setting up a big route here. He's got 230 speed. Has just gone... Is immediately revealed. Able to get the flag off the stand, but lost all of his speed. 40 health only, so 1 bullet is going to be able to take him out. He's got the strike on his tail. Looking to assist. So maybe going to be able to get this across midfield. Indeed he is. Here comes Eels to help with the escort, as is Cabal. But
He might get a nice
coming in on the back. Hauser coming in on side.
Oh, he's missed the pick up the strike.
Hauser now out 140, now down to 85 health, 200 speed. Anything's going to kill him here.
Really nice tack strike from Silent there. Actually took out all the French guys with the flag. He had a lot of cover on him, and they just all got taken out by that one tack.
They continue calling in these tacks here. Drayla's going to be able to get this pick up out of the field. Ooh, we do have the flag knocked off at Hauser by Serials. The Serials going to be able to turn. No. H-Shed coming in now, maybe able to get it. McHale going to be able to get this pick up out of the field. Will H-Shed be able to do enough damage to him in the next minute? Get the return.
Nice.
Squall, Serials all crashing him. There he is. It's down. We're going to see the return. There it is. Nice return out of the field, and the flags have reset, but EO is now taking the flag off the stand. 50 seconds remaining, so I do believe this is going to go in favor of the French. I don't think they're going to be able to get 3 caps in 30 seconds, or Team MD.
It's possible, but wouldn't count on it. But yeah, don't really see the French making their cap out here either at the moment, because the flag is secured. One of the dangers, I think, of 7v7, I suppose, if you are able to set up a very consistent defense versus a quite limited offense, like of only 3 players maybe rather than a typical 4 or 5, it can really dry the game up quite quickly.
Yes, indeed, and we are now going into the last 10 seconds of the match. And it looks like, oh, no, nice pickup out of the field there by Alexis Fire, but unfortunately I think they needed to really get things underway just a bit earlier. I think they've got a nice little piece of momentum now. They've got some good plays, and they definitely started to turn that thing around at MD. You know, they started stabilizing their flag way more. But at the end of the day, it was just not enough to take the French, especially John Le Pen and that strike out.
To be fair, they did lose 2 caps while they were 8 versus 7, which I think hurt them quite badly actually. The game seemed to be a lot more stable when it was down to 7v7. Possibly because Dr. Loser might have been doing a lot of stuff for the French that they missed when he was taken out as well. So hard to judge on that, I guess. Apparently they're going to be 8 on next map, and we have to change server, as you remember. Yes.
Yes, so we will be moving over to, let's see where they want to go.
Is there an Arcs only server now?
I believe so, yeah. Actually, no, I tried to test the other day. I don't know if it's operational. I'll have to go take a look at it.
Okay, so we may not be having Arcs today.
We may not, indeed. Unless we can get 434 to work for us, but not entirely sure. Let's see what the gentlemen wish to do next as our next map. I would assume Catabatic, probably? Cata 433, indeed. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, let's head over to 433 for Catabatic. And we'll continuing in our action. Do you guys know if we're playing a best of 3, best of 5 today? What the teams have decided on? Okay.
Actually, I'm not sure. I would have assumed we were going to just play all 5 maps again, which seems to be pretty standard for scrims lately. But if we're not able to play Arcs, it might just drop to the 4.
Maybe we'll do the 4 then. So I am attempting to join over to 433, and I will. I'm going to take a brief break here, real quick. I will be right back in about 30 seconds.
Okay. So Mim?
Yes, hello.
Still present on scene. Okay.
Yeah. I was while we were casting, we had a little frame rate drop or something, so I fixed that issue in the meanwhile. I hope it's okay. If people have any feedback or whatever, let us know in the Hindsight channel on IRC if you're not there yet.
Okay, and Tool wishes to inform me that it's just said. He's an old T1 player, so okay, getting his name pronounced correctly, I think. And
okay.
Right, when Bart's reset, you in game yet, Mim? Wasn't able to join.
No.
433, I think.
I'm gonna follow you in.
Okay, I'll have another go.
And Jihad for Jesus says, when is your next scrim? I need to steal some roots. And he promises only to use them west of the Atlantic. What do we think of that, Loach?
I think you won't be able to see any routes because they'll all be invisible, one way or another. And no luck joining the server yet.
I am back. Sorry about that. I needed to grab a beverage to hydrate myself for all the talking.
Sounds like a good idea.
So I felt like the Mighty Discs were lacking a bit of coordination on their clearing today. They seem to have quite random offense sometimes, I guess. Big improvement on last map though, because last match even. Since they managed to avoid the cap out this time, and they were unlucky to get more caps on the board, I think, as well, man. Still no luck getting into the queue. Think you could have a go, Mim?
Got as well here. Maybe need to. They may need to restart the clients to get in. I don't know. We're going to be looking at this issue as well as those spectator bugs over the next couple of weeks. So there are some things that need to be added, some things that need to be changed, and some things that need to be optimized.
Optimize Prime.
Says Benji.
That is Benji, yes.
Okay, restarting the client.
Okay.
Let's see, I'm giving 433 a shot here. May just be all over the map today. Alright, here we go, I'm on Catabatic. Okay, so you can join off me.
We'll do momentarily, as the Americans would say.
Beverages are a no-go for me. Apparently everything froze outside, so...
We're having lots of snow, Mim.
Yeah, snow.
And joining 433.
Okay, yeah, we are starting to populate players. We're now up to about 12, so...
Fantastic. Any word if Mighty Discs have managed to find an 8th player yet?
I believe
Matt
that Dr.
said-
Loser would be the French's 8th, and I do not... I believe that MD was saying at the end of that match that they do have 8 as well, so...
Okay, great.
Wait for everyone to get set.
Although I see Matt saying, anybody want to come sub in a scrim? Anyone at all? I was trying to fix a sub for them one moment. So we may just be waiting a second while they fix that, I guess.
Yes, I do see the 8th now, so Dr. Loser is in for the France. And I see 6 still for MD, so still just waiting on them. Nobody wants to sub. Oh, they're gonna get Tool?
Yeah, 2 is coming, I think.
Oh, man. The cack motherfucker himself.
Mm-hmm.
So any insight on where that name came from?
What, Tool or
No,
Cack motherfucker?
I think. I've no idea.
I think he said it was someone had taken Tool on its own, so he just put some, random combination of letters which just happened to sound like some words.
Why didn't you come up with some silly name then?
Me?
Yeah, instead of
I did.
Lochi. I mean, Lochi sounds a bit meh.
Okay, it looks like Tool will be incoming in 1 minute. Although we're back up to 8v8 again. Oh, you're in the game then, right? I see. So yeah, how do we think the inclusion of Tool will modify the Mighty Discs lineup?
I think it's going to help them quite a bit.
I think having a disruptor like Tool will give some more room for people like Thylin to do some capping, or also known as
Tayakdan.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, it should be pretty strong for them, I think. Interesting to see what Tool brings to the party.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I think it's important to note that it didn't seem that the quality of the grabs was quite an issue for MD. I think it was their clearing. So the inclusion of Tool should be very, very beneficial for them.
Yeah,
I think
sure
the
interesting.
had fine routes. It was just he was often getting stopped on the stand.
Yeah, it was interesting that he switched from Infiltrator to Pathfinder at points in the map as well. Saw him running, I think, maybe like 30% of the time in Infiltrator. I'm not sure it worked out that great either for him though.
Yeah, that's true. And then there at the end of the match, he actually switched Hauja into a capping role and put Paddock Yarn on LO. So
I believe they sort of have
faith.
Alexis capping as well a lot of the time. So
They did, yeah. He was running, I think, primarily Infiltrator in that last map, though. So we are just waiting on our 8th here for Team MD, which is going to be a sub in, we believe it will be Tool, aka Kakma.
and whenever Tool is ready, I guess.
There he
He's
is.
joined the game. Excellent. I believe we can get going then. So back up to 8v8. I mean, the French definitely seem stronger in 8v8 than in 8 versus 7 than 7 versus 7. It probably fits whatever their original game plan was a lot more as well, as discussed. Tool doesn't need time to warm up.
I know. I trolled him hard, though. Looks like both teams need just a bit of time before we get underway here on our second map of Katabatic.
Looks like the French are making a substitution. Hindsight is coming out in favour of Tani.
Is that Technique?
Yep, the Kappa from before, I believe.
Yes, Technique.
This may change the way they run their offense as well.
I would imagine that they will be taking Skull off of, or maybe Eels will be playing more of a LO role than a backup capper, and they'll bring Technique into cap. Would be my guess. And put Skull on the backup cap.
I think as well, so they need to replace him in some fashion as well. I think.
Here we go. Alright, so we are going to hopefully rotate once around again to Katabatic, and we'll be live when the map starts here. So I guess we should do quick introductions here. We are watching Team MD versus Team FFR today in a riveting game of Tribe Descend. Our next map will be Katabatic, and we will be starting here shortly. Thanks to everyone who has joined us today. I am Hi-Res Bart, casting here out of Atlanta. I am joined by the wonderful Team Hindsight gentlemen. I will let you introduce yourselves, gentlemen, if you would like to.
Yeah, I'm Mimlim, the streamer, cameraman for tonight.
And I'm Loach. I'm more sort of here just to keep Bart rolling along.
Loach is our competitive insight.
That's right. Yes. Bart's the main streamer today, though. I mean,